On this episode of SciCommTips, I'll be talking to you about an aspect of figure generation that is sometimes overlooked, yet can easily alienate a small portion of your audience. That is to say, those individuals whom are colorblind. Colorblindness, or rather color vision deficiency, is a genetic trait that affects about 8% of men and about 0.4% of women. But a little bit of foresight and consideration can help ensure that the data in your presentations, manuscripts, and proposals are clear to all. There are three major forms of color vision deficiency: monochromacy, dichromacy, and anomalous trichromacy. Monochromacy is a condition that only allows for one channel of color, which means that these individuals cannot distinguish colors but perceive variations in shade and brightness. This condition is very rare, and the easiest way to test a figure for monochromacy is to look at them in black and white. You can print off a copy on a black and white printer, or apply a black and white filter in your favorite image editor. If your data is still understandable, then you have a good figure. If not, make a few color corrections to get a clean and distinguishable image. This technique will also help make your figures more accessible to individuals of the other two types of color vision deficiency. Dichromacy and anomalous trichromacy are the more common forms of color vision deficiency. They occur when one of the three color cone pigments in the retina are missing or abnormal, respectively. Both of these types can be broken down into three specific types of color vision defect based upon the type of cone pigment affected: protoanomaly, deuteranomaly, and tritoanomaly. Protoanomaly is a deficiency affecting red retinal receptors, and deuteranomaly affects green receptors and is the most common type of color vision deficiency. These are both often referred to as red-green colorblind. Tritoanomaly affects blue receptors and is often referred to as blue-green colorblind. Figures can be tested for red-green types of color vision deficiency by importing them into either Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator from versions CS4, 5, or 6. For this demonstration, I've made a simple color wheel. After importing your figure into the software, go up to View in the menu bar and go to Proof Setup. Within the listed options include both the pentatopia and deuteranotopia. Selecting between the two will give you the best opportunity to see how your figure will stand up to interpretation. You can see in this color wheel that the distinguishing variation from red to green is reduced for both types. If this were a data figure, I would then determine which color options would be better to fit for this information I'm trying to convey. Here's an example of a chart that looks fine in full color, but when viewed under the soft proofing, becomes washed out. A few color changes later and presto, a figure that can be understood without the potential to misinform. Unfortunately, there's not an option to test tritoanomaly in Adobe Creative Suite. However, I have a link on my blog, liveinsymbiosis.blogspot.com, that will allow you to upload any image to test it for the various color vision deficiencies. With your figures checked, you are ensuring that your data is more accessible to your audience. This allows for your research story to be the focus of the figure and not a frustration. On my blog, I've also posted a few additional links. Within these links, there are recommendations for microscopy and gene expression figures, which are inherently biased against those whom are color vision deficient because of the fluorophores used. Well, that's all for this episode of SciCommTips. If you or anyone you know is color vision impaired and you have any stories of data misinterpretations because of it, please share them in the comment section below. As always, please subscribe, rate, and leave comments below. It's always appreciated, and thanks for watching.